Celebrities, actors, musicians, players. We all look up to them because of their skills, talent, and of course their character. But besides being famous, they're just like us. Making mistakes and breaking the law is just as common with them as it is with us. But a lot of them have gotten off with only minor charges. So in today's video, let's talk about some iconic people who have broken the law and didn't have to pay. First off, we've got Paris Hilton. It's not news when Paris Hilton gets into trouble, and there are headlines about it. She's been in trouble with the law before, and most of the time, it was because she hit someone and then ran away. And of course, all of us remember the most famous one when she crashed her Range Rover into a Honda Civic and drove away without even a word. Most of you probably know that in California, if you damage a car and leave without leaving a note, you can go to jail for 6 months and pay a hefty $1,000 fine. But we didn't hear of any jail time, nor did she pay a fine. The owner of the car that was damaged didn't file a claim, which, to be honest, seemed kind of sus. Weird how it was the same with her Bentley a few years later. Up next, let's talk about Lindsay Lohan. Her share of arrests includes driving under the influence of alcohol as well as and shoplifting. Most of the times that the police took her in was due to DUI. She had to go to jail for 1 day, do 10 days of community service, attend an alcohol education program, and be on probation for 3 years. She was locked up for 84 minutes before she was let out because the jail was too full. Her probation was extended because she skipped some time later. She was arrested for stealing a necklace from a jewelry store and given 120 days in jail plus community service. Again, overcrowding caused her time in jail to be reduced to 35 days. Now for the youngest Kardashian of the family. So we all know Khloe, but did you guys know that she was arrested for drunk driving and given 3 years of probation? She broke the probation rules and was sent back to jail for 30 days because she didn't attend alcohol education classes or clean up the roadside. Due to too many people in prison, it was cut short, and she was let out after less than 3 hours. It's commonly known that when there isn't enough room in the jail, non-violent offenders are often let out. So when she was let out of jail, her lawyers told the public that she was ready to do her time. Kris said that Khloe always struggled with her grief and anger at this time of year. Was that supposed to be an excuse? Not a very good one, is it? People often joke about how Khloe talks of her time in jail as if she spent a lot longer than 3 hours there. Moving on to Cheryl Cole. Cole was arrested after getting into a fight with a club bathroom attendant after she had just joined the band Girls Aloud. Everyone does stupid things when drunk, but most aren't as bad as hers. She was 19 years old on January 11, 2003, and her band song Song of the Underground had just reached the top spot on the charts for Christmas. She tasted the VIP life when she went out with her friend Nicola Roberts to the Drink nightclub in Guildford, Surrey. Sophie Amogbakpa, a law student who worked there as a toilet attendant for £25 a night, said that the singer took candy and lollipops from a display she was taking care of after she went to the bathroom. She didn't leave the usual tip though. When she was asked for money by the attendant, they got into a very angry argument. Post that, things escalated pretty quickly, and she was first charged with racially motivated assault, which was later dropped, but she did get arrested for an assault that caused bodily harm. She had to do 120 hours of community service. Well, crime should pay. Not to mention Nicole Richie. It wasn't a big surprise when there was news of her getting arrested because everyone knew she drank too much and used drugs. She also admitted that she smoked when she was 13 and consumed when she was older. At the age of 19, she used in 2003, she got arrested for drunk driving and her license was taken away. 3 years later, in 2006, she was again arrested. Only this time, she was high. The actress said she'd used and before getting behind the wheel. Let's not forget to talk about Mark Wahlberg. Court records show that the actor beat up a Vietnamese man badly with a stick when he was 16 years old in 1988. Before knocking him out, he verbally abused him using racial slurs. When he saw the police coming, he ran away and came across yet another Vietnamese man. He asked the person to hide him, but when the police cars were out of sight, he punched the man in the face, making him blind. The police say that while he was being arrested, he kept using racist words. He was charged with trying to kill someone and assaulting 2 people. Even so, he only served 45 days of a 2-year sentence because, luckily for the actor, he found a prosecutor who thought Mark didn't deserve to go to jail. And just like that, another celebrity was free to go, even though he tried to kill someone. Next up, we've got Snoop Dogg. In 1995, the famous rap artist Snoop Dogg and his bodyguard were arrested for the death of Philip Waldemariam, a rival gang member. They were charged with first and second-degree murder. In 1993, Dogg's bodyguard shot and killed him. This happened 2 years later while they had to stay in their homes while awaiting trial. Even though he was driving the car in which his bodyguard shot the man, the rapper and his bodyguard were found not guilty of murder on the grounds of self-defense, even though the victim had no gun on him at the time of the murder. Their lawyer was able to show that they were acting in self-defense, so they were not charged. If you have the right lawyers and the money to pay them, you can even get away with murder. Let's talk about Matthew McConaughey. In 1999, a neighbor complained about how loud the actor's house was, which led to him being arrested and charged with marijuana. It was hilarious when the police found him dancing naked in his house, and when they searched the house, they also found things that were against the law. Although it was weird that he was cleared of the drug charges, he was still found guilty of making too much noise. After paying a small $50 fine, he was let go. Matt should have probably turned the volume down. Now, there's no way we can forget Jay-Z. The rapper pleaded guilty to a misdemeanor assault charge for stabbing record producer Lance Rivera. He was hit with 2 charges of first-degree assault after being accused of stabbing Rivera at a party for fellow rapper Q-Tip in December 1999 at New York City's Kit Kat Club. He initially pleaded not guilty, which could have landed him a 15-year sentence if convicted. Because of the altered plea, prosecutors agreed to seek a sentence of 3 years probation. In an unrelated court date, Jay-Z aka Carter was cleared on October 16th of weapons possession charges stemming from an April 13th incident, in which a firearm was found in a car carrying him and some friends. Chauffeur Hamza Hewitt pleaded guilty to third-degree weapons possession charges and received a 1-year prison sentence. Finally, we've got Justin Bieber. A Canadian pop star who rose to fame in 2010 has done a few bad things, but none of them were so bad that he couldn't get away with them. It all started in January 2013, when Bieber was caught on camera smoking pot at a party in Miami. He didn't get in trouble for it though, but he wasn't so lucky in March 2013 when he attacked a paparazzi in London, who was yelling insults at him. He got away with it. The singer was arrested in Miami, Florida in 2014 for drag racing and driving while drunk. He was driving with an expired license and tried to avoid being caught. He got away with it because he got help controlling his anger. A few days later, he was charged again, and this time he was accused of assaulting his limo driver in Toronto by hitting him repeatedly. The singer was charged with vandalism the next month when he put eggs on the house of his Los Angeles neighbors, but he only had to pay fines and agree to counsel to get away. That's a wrap for this video. What did you think about all these celebrities who didn't have to pay much for their crimes? Let us know in the comments below. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more videos like this. See you in the next one.